to give us in-depth analysis of the retabling. Good afternoon to you, Jackson.
A brief background about this particular bill, the Narcotic and Psychotropic Substance Control Bill, is that, this had been passed initially into law. However, the Mira growers or the cat growers petitioned the Constitutional Court, whereby their petition was upheld, and the Constitutional Court quashed this particular, what was then a law, on the grounds that the procedures that are required, there was no quorum when it was being passed by Parliament, and that's how the bill was quashed. And of course, there were a little bit of delays in tabling it back in Parliament, and that's when the private member, Asuman Basali, or the Bugiri Municipality Member of Parliament, had moved to have it reintroduced. However, the Attorney General then insisted that this was a government law. It had been previously been introduced by the government, and therefore it would be left for the government to reintroduce it, and therefore that's how it was reintroduced in Parliament and sent to the Defence and Internal Affairs Committee of Parliament to process it. They did that job, and last month, on the 19th, a report was tabled in Parliament. However, the Speaker of Parliament, like you have told the viewers, indicated that the substance of the bill had a little been changed from the principle or the original content of the bill, and therefore she asked that this should be harmonized between the Committee of the Defence and Internal Affairs with that on health. Of course, it will be remembered that when the Minister of Internal Affairs, General Kahinda Otafire, appeared before the committee, he did indicate that Mira would be allowed, and also some of the cannabis medical would be allowed to be grown. And possibly these are some of the views that the committee might have reflected. But I'm going to speak to the Deputy Chairperson of the Defence and Internal Affairs Committee, Linus Ngombek, just to take us through. Honourable, we are aware this afternoon you have been scheduled to present the report back in Parliament.
Yes.
Have you harmonized? How have you handled it?
Yes, yesterday morning we held a meeting, harmonization meeting, in the office of the Deputy Speaker. Both committees of Health and Internal Affairs, and then the Minister of Internal Affairs and that of Health also were present. So we agreed and harmonized on the contentious issues, and today we shall present the bill to Parliament, and then we see how we shall pass it. I remember on 23rd May 2023, the Speaker of Parliament referred this bill to the Committee of Defence and Internal Affairs after the Constitutional Court nullifying the bill then, the act then, and we were requested to redo the bill and do some amendments that meets the standards of the International Convention on Drugs and others. And remember, Wakiso, Mira Growers and Dealers Association Limited went to court after the first bill going through in Parliament.
If I'm just to cut you short,
yes.
There is, of course, the Minister of Defence and Internal Affairs, Major General Kahinda Otafire, appeared before the committee, and his views were strongly on having this accepted, the Mira that is cut, and some content of the cannabis, which he said for medical use. Is this something that you had considered in your previous report?
No. When we met government scientists, they advised us against legalizing Mira Mairunji, because they said, and which was a strong point, that it's not good for our generation or the children of the country and Uganda at large to legalize consumption of Mira at this point in time. Then Major General Otafire, the Minister of Internal Affairs, for him he requested us, or he presented his views that we should legalize medicinal cannabis, which as a committee we found we were very uncomfortable with legalizing that kind of substance, because we don't know, you might legalize something which eventually will become a problem, because in Uganda we have a problem with enforcement of the law. So that is our position, is that the position of the committee is that we shall not legalize substances that will make the whole country go mad in future. Yes.
Thank you very much, Honorable, for speaking to us. Of course, we have been hearing from the Deputy Chairperson of the Defense and Internal Affairs Committee, and of course, as he has told you, that they did not agree with the position to legalize some of these substances because of the challenge when it comes to enforcement. We shall be following how the debate will go on the floor of Parliament this afternoon.